If you thought Missouri's biggest mystery was how anyone survives driving through St. Louis without catching a straight iron to the windshield, just wait till you hear what's been happening in the cornfields. Because apparently aliens said forget LA, let's vibe with the livestock. Missouri has some of the weirdest, most uncooked alien encounters in the country, so get ready for probings, missing time, cows floating like they're in a David Blaine bit, and the kind of psychological trauma only a gray with a god complex can provide. Welcome to the show me state where aliens show up uninvited. 1. Cape Girardeau. Crash 1941. In 1941, before Roswell was even a twinkle in the government's cover-up eye, Missouri had its own alleged UFO crash in Cape Girardeau. A reverend named William Huffman was reportedly called to pray over alien corpses. I repeat, this man was asked to give last rites to literal space cadavers. He described small humanoid bodies, massive heads, and a metallic disc-shaped craft etched with symbols that looked like hieroglyphics, or the back tattoo of someone who peaked in 2008. The military arrived faster than you could say classified, scooped up the bodies in the wreckage, and told locals to shut the hell up, which is basically the American way of saying, yes, aliens were here, but no, you may not speak. If you had to pray over alien corpses, what would you say? Funniest comment wins the title of Honorary Reverend of the Stars. 2. Monroe City Mind Meld 1975. Some guy in Monroe City gets mentally hijacked by tall glowing-eyed aliens who decided to broadcast a PowerPoint presentation directly into his brain. The presentation: end of the world disaster porn. Think floods, war, famine, basically CNN but psychic. He wakes up with blood coming out of his nose, his watch 6 hours behind, and a full-blown obsession with stargazing, classic Abduction side effects. And apparently he couldn't wear metal anymore, which sucks because now he's metal-free and traumatized. Have you ever had a dream that felt too real? Or maybe you've also been psychically bullied by a gray. Tell me your weirdest sleep paralysis core moment. 3. Frederickport Incident 1999. This retired Air Force dude, Frederickport, woke up floating above his bed like a possessed IKEA lamp. He ends up on a cold, silent craft, surrounded by lanky dudes with zero vibes and a hobby for spinal trauma. An implant showed up on his x-rays, then mysteriously disappeared like it was on its own little galactic vacation. His blender started picking up radio signals, lights flickered, his dog barked at shadows, and his toaster played Creed. Shit got haunted and crunchy. Would you board a UFO if they promised to fix your back pain and give you trauma as a bonus? Yes or hell no. 4. St. Louis Light and Lost Time Cluster 1970 seconds in the 70s. People around St. Louis kept seeing glowing blue orbs, then losing hours of time. Like one woman was walking home and woke up face down in a ditch with her clothes inside out. Sounds like a bender, but nope, just good old space fuckery. A teen said he watched 3 dancing lights, then blacked out and woke up with a nosebleed and recurring dreams of his skull being operated on. The government tried to say it was ball lightning. Okay, sure, Karen. Ball lightning doesn't rearrange your internal organs. Ever had time just vanish from your life? Tell me your weirdest how the FCAC did I get here moment. Blackout drunk stories count. 5. Piedmont UFO Wave 1973. Over 500 sightings in just a few months. Lights in the sky, craft splitting in half and reforming, whole-ass schools canceled classes, cows vanished. A pastor said he saw a fiery chariot which might be Jesus or just a gray showing off. The National Guard was called and saw it too. Their official response: yeah, we don't know what that is. So comforting. People reported radiation burns, vomiting, dizziness, just your average Tuesday in alien mid-Missouri. What do you think the aliens wanted with those cows? Kettle snacks, biofuel, leather seats for their saucer. Drop your weirdest theory. 6. Joplin Abduction 1980. Deborah, it's always a Deborah, was abducted from her bed. She couldn't move. A beam sucked her through the window. Woke up in a glowing white room with tall grays poking at her spine like it was a fucking TikTok trend. She wakes up on her porch with burn marks and a barcode-looking scar on her ankle. Ma'am, are you abducted or part of Amazon Prime now? Tag a friend who looks like they've already been abducted. Be honest. This is a safe space for now. 7. Ava Floating Cow Barn 2002. Farmer walks into his barn and sees one of his cows floating mid-air, surrounded by 3 glowing alien bastards. He pulls a rifle Missouri style and the bullets stop in mid-air. One alien turns and smiles. I would have ascended right then and there. Cow floats back down, totally fine but spiritually ruined. Farmer refuses to go near. The bar never again. The cow probably hosts a podcast now. Moos and Memories. My abduction story. Name the cow's memoir in the comments. I swear the best one gets spinned. Don't let me down. 8. Belton sleep paralysis 1995. This woman had sleep paralysis every night, but instead of demons, it was small greys with gigantic heads and horrible bedside manner. She dreamt of hybrid babies and got diagnosed with scar tissue from surgery she never had. Her you'd literally disappeared, like, what the actual FCAC? Did the aliens need contraception tips? She started wearing a tinfoil hat to bed, and honestly, same. If aliens pulled up and tried to probe you, would you fight, flight, or flirt? Let's be real. Case 9. Independence Drive by 2010. Guys driving down a dark country road. Saucer starts tailgating him like it wants to pass in a no-passing zone. Lights flicker, radio dies. His car straight up crashes. He stumbles out screaming there in the trees. Everything electronic got fried. Dog never entered the car again. Bro aged 5 years in one night. Same, honestly. Ever seen something you couldn't explain? Drop A if you've had your own no shit moment, or if cornfields freak you out. Same energy. 10. Springfield Time Warp 1986. Couple goes out for a night drive. Next thing they know, it's 4 hours later. Clothes inside out. Triangle burn on his chest. Dog screaming into the void. Real cozy stuff. They both had nightmares of tall blue aliens. MUFON investigated, found high radiation in their car, and just said, "You're lucky you came back." Excuse me? That's not reassurance, that's a fucking threat. You wake up 4 hours later, half-dressed, zero memory. What's your excuse? Funniest answer gets immortalized. So yeah, Missouri isn't just the show me state, it's the take me aboard and leave me broken state. From floating cows to radioactive road trips, it's clear aliens are treating Missouri like their own little freaky vacation spot. Whether you believe or not, there's something happening here, and if you ever see a blue light over a field, don't go toward it, unless you want your internal organs rearranged by cosmic chiropractors. Smash that like button before the men in black show up. Comment your weirdest paranormal story. Subscribe before the algorithm yeets me off the planet. Stay weird, stay chaotic, sleep with one eye open.